Providing for men's skincare needs is an important, lucrative service in today's personal appearance market. Male clients represent about 20% of the skincare clientele in spas and salons, and this percentage is expected to grow. The data, which follows the trend of spas and salons, specifically indicates a market base that may have been well served in the few past decades by the very branch industry that once catered to the male market: barbers and barbershops. Historically, hot towels and rolling creams, facials were standard customer service performed by barbers. Although products or technological options have changed over the years, the concept of providing physiology and psychology rewarding services has not. Facial massage and skincare treatments are services that should master and build your clientele. In this chapter, you will review anatomical features of the face, neck as they relate to massage manipulations, facials, treatments. You will also learn how to analyze skin types so that you can recommend appropriate products and treatments to your clients. The muscles, nerves, and arteries of the head, face, and neck are three of the subdermal systems associated with the performance of facial treatments. Muscles are fibrous tissues that have the ability to stretch and contract to produce all body movements. Nerves are long, white, fibrous cords that act as message carriers from the brain and spinal column to form all body parts. Arteries are elastic muscles, thick-walled blood vessels that transport blood under high blood pressure. Veins are thin-walled vessels that contain valves that keep the blood flowing to the heart and prevent it from flowing backwards. Since massage manipulation and facial treatments can affect all of the systems, it is important to have a good understanding of their locations and functions as you can perform facial services safely and effectively. The effect of a facial service on muscles can be calming or stimulating. Depending on the modality used, these modalities are massage, hand massage and electric massager, electric currents, high frequency galvanic and microcurrent, light rays, infrared and ultraviolet low-level light therapy or low-level laser therapy, heat lamps, heating caps, infrared devices, lasers, moist heat, steamers, and hot towels. Nerves impulse through the nervous system and motor points, chemicals, certain acids, salt. When performing a facial massage, you will be concerned with the volume muscles of the head, face, and neck. Nerve stimulations causes muscles to expand and contract. Heat and moist heat on the skin causes relaxation, and cold causes contraction. Nerve stimulations may be accomplished by any of the following means: chemicals, certain acids, salts, massage, hand massage and electric massager, electrical current, high frequency and microcurrent, light rays, infrared, LLT, and LED, heat lamps, heating caps, infrared devices, lasers, moist heat, steamers, and hot towels. There are 12 pairs of cranial nerves and all are connected to a part of the brain surface. When performing facials and scalp treatments, the cranial nerves of the most interested are the 5th, 7th, and 11th cranial nerve. 5th cranial nerve, the chief sensory nerve of the face that also serves as the motor nerve that controls chewing. 7th cranial nerve, the sensory motor nerve that controls motion of the face, scalp, and neck, sections of the palate and tongue. 11th cranial nerve, the motor nerve that controls motions of the neck muscle. Spinal nerves can also be affected by facial massage. The cervical nerves originated at the spinal cord, and their branches supply the muscles and scalp at the back of the head and neck. Arteries are vessels that transport oxygenated blood from the heart to all parts of the body. The primary arteries affected facial massages are the follows. Common carotids, the main sources of blood supply to the head, face, and neck, located at the side of the neck. External maxillary supplies the lower region of the face, mouth, and nose. Superficial, temporal, and continuing of external carotid supplies muscles, skin, and scalp on the front, side, and top of the head. Occipital supplies the scalp and back of the head up to the crown. Veins transport deoxygenated blood from various parts of the body to the heart. The deoxygenated blood from the head, face, and neck returns to the heart through the internal jugular and external jugular veins located on each side of the neck. Most clients enjoy a proper facial treatment for its stimulating or relaxing effect. Facial massage involves the manual or mechanical external manipulation of the face and neck and requires a skillful touch when using a hand or an electric massager. Each massager movement is performed to obtain a specific result, and the benefits to be gained will depend on the type of massage movement used, amount of pressure used, direction of the movement, direction of the massage manipulation. Skillfully applied massages include the structure and functions of body, either directly or indirectly. The immediate effect of the massage is first noticed on the skin. The part being massaged reacts with an increase in its functions activities, such as more circulation, secretion, nutrition, and excretion. There is a scarcity and organ of the body that is not affected favorably of the specific scientific massage. The skin and all its structure are nourished, muscle, fiber, and is stimulated and strengthened. The nerves are soothed and restored. Fat cells are reduced. Circulation of blood is increased. The activity of the skin and scalp glands is stimulated. The skin is rendered soft and pliable. Pain is sometimes relieved. Effleurage is a stroking movement. It is a light, continuous movement that should be applied in a slow and rhythmic manner over the skin with no pressure. The palms are used over large surface, and the fingertips work in small surfaces, such as those around the eyes. Effleurage is frequently used on the forehead, face, and scalp for a soothing and relaxing effect to apply lotion or creams. To correctly position the finger for the stroking movement, slightly curve the fingers with just the cushion of the fingertips touching the skin. Do not end with the fingertips of these massage movements, since they are pointier than the cushion and the fingernails may stretch the skin's clients. When using the palms for the stroking movement, keep your hands loose and your wrists and fingers flexible. Curve your fingers and palms to conform to the shape of the area being massaged. Pressure is kneading movements that is performed with light, firm pressure. In this movement, the skin and flesh are grasped between the thumb and fingers. As the tissues are lifted after their underlying structures, they are gently squeezed, rolled, or pinched with a light, firm pressure. Pasteurizage exerts an invigorating effect on the area being massaged. These kneading movements provide deeper stimulations to the muscles, nerves, and skin glands, and also help to improve circulation. Although kneading movements are usually used on large surfaces such as the shoulders and back, the fingertips can be used gently knead the cheeks with a light pinching movement. Friction is a deep rubbing movement in which pressure is applied on the skin with the fingers or palms while moving over an underlying structure. Friction has been proven to be beneficial to the circulation and glandular activities of the skin. Light circular friction is used on the face and neck. Circular friction movements with more pressure can be used during scalp massages. Percussion or tapplement consists of short, quick tapping, slapping, or hacking movements. Percussion movements stimulate the nerves to tone the muscles and impact a healthy growth to the part being massaged. Since percussion is the most stimulating form of massage, it needs to be performed with care. Tapping movements are the gentlest form of tapplement and can be used in facial massage by bringing the fingertips down against the skin in rapid succession with even force. In slapping movements, the lower points to midpoints of the fingers are used to strike the light skin and rapidly. One hand follows the other hand should lift the skin slightly with each slapping stroke. Hacking or chopping movements employs the outer edges of the hands to strike against the skin and altercates the section. Hacking should only be used on the shoulders and back. Vibration is a rapid shaking movement over the skin sections with a fingertips or an electric massager or vibrator. Both methods are used to transmit a trembling movement to the skin and its underlying structures. Vibration should be used sparingly and not exceed a few seconds. Directions on any one area to avoid overstimulation. Deep vibration with a mechanical vibrator or massage can stimulate blood circulation and increase muscle tone. When massages areas of the head, face, or neck, any pressure employed should be applied in an upward directions to avoid loss of skin resistivity. This rule should be followed in all massage manipulations, whether they are intended to stimulate, relax, or smooth the skin. When applying rotary manipulations, any pressure should be applied on the upward swing of the circular movement. A thorough client consultation and accurate skin analysis is crucial to determining the method and direction of massage manipulations to be used. Be sure that the direction of massage movements is a form, the insertion of the muscle towards its origin. The insertion of muscle is the attachment point to the movable bone, and the organ of muscle is the attachment point to an immovable bone. Perform massage manipulations systematically and rhythmically. Curve the fingertips or palms slightly to conform to the area being massaged. Gradually reduce the pressure when removing your hands from the client's face to gently feather off from the skin surface. When facial hair is present, direct massage movements in the direction of the beard growth. Massage manipulations that go against or across the grain may cause discomfort to the client. The frequency of facial or scalp massages depend on the condition of the skin, age of the client, and the condition being treated. Generally speaking, a normal skin or scalp can be kept in good condition with the weekly treatments and proper home care. Massage should always be performed in moderation and based on good judgment. Massage should never be recommended or employed when any of the following conditions are present: acute inflammation of the skin, serous skin lesions, pus-containing pimples, high blood pressure, skin infection. In addition to employing hands for massages, applicants, electrical currents, and light rays can be used to enhance a facial treatment service. However, training in the application of these modalities and license compliance is required before using them on a client. The electrical massager most often used in barbershop is handled unit that transmit vibrations through the barber's hand and fingertips to the client's skin and muscles. This type of massage is typically used over heavy muscle tissue such as the scalp and shoulders to produce a succession stimulating impulse. It has an invigorating effect on the muscle tissue, increases the blood supply to the parts treated, is soothing to the nerves, increasing glandular activities and stimulating skin and scalp. When used correctly with a light and gentle touch, electric massages can be used and perform vibratorily facials. Do not use the massager when a client has a known weakness of heart or client with a fever or skin inflammations. Regulate the number of vibrations to avoid overstimulation. Vary the amount of pressure in accordance with the result desired. Do not apply vibrations over the lip. It may cause discomfort. For soothing and relaxing effect, use slow, light vibrations for stimulating effects. Use light vibrations for moderate speed and direction. To reduce fatty tissues, use moderately timed, fast vibrations for firm pressure. A brush machine is an electrical appliance with interchangeable brushes that attach to the rotating head of the unit. Brushing is a form of mechanical exfoliation that helps to stimulate, cleanse, and remove dead cells of the skin surface. Many models are available from a variety of manufacturers. Typically, these units have 2 or 3 brush attachments of various bristle textures that can be attached and rotated at different speeds depending on the features of the unit. Applying a moisturizing, cleansing cream or lotion to the face before using the brush machine. Use the softer brush attachments on facial skin. Always thoroughly clean and disinfect brushes between clients. Do not allow the brush and rotating heads to the work with the bristles remaining straight. Remoisten the brush as needed during process. Drier skin requires a slow, steady rotation. Thicker, oily skin may tolerate a higher speed. A hot towel cabinet ensures a ready supply of warm towels for facial services. To prepare towels, fold the towels lengthwise and then in half. Run hot water over the towel, wiring out the excess water, and place the towel in the cabinet. Towels can be prepared for witch hazel steams by soaking damp towels in a hot water with witch hazel bath prior to wringing. A facial steamer is an electrical appliance that produces and projects moist, uniform steam that can be positioned over sections of the head, face for softening and cleansing purposes. The steam warms the skin, stimulating circulation, induces the flow of sebum and sweat, and has an anesthetic effect on problematic skin. Steams also help to soften follicle accumulation, such as comedones, making them easier to extract. Professional steamers are available in various sizes and models, from tabletop units to facial machine components. Most units have a heating coil that boils the water and a pipe through which the steam flows so it can be directed towards the skin area. Use only distilled or filtered water to avoid mineral and calcium deposit which can damage the unit. In general, administer steam at the beginning of the facial treatment. Steamers may be also used in place of hot towels for scalp treatments. When positioned over the scalp softens the skin, increases perspiration, and softens accumulation in the follicles for more thorough cleansing during the shampoo. Facial treatments performed with facial machines that produce electrical currents are a form of electrotherapy. The two modalities most often used in facial treatments are high-frequency currents and galvanic current. Other currents such as Faraday or current should only be performed by a licensed physician. Each modality requires an electrode to apply and direct the current to the client's skin. The high-frequency appliance requires only one electrode. Galvanic machines have two electrodes, one positive and one negative, to conduct the flow of electricity through the body. A positive electrode is red with a plus sign, and a negative electrode is black with a minus sign. High frequency current is characterized by a high rate of isolation that is used for both scalp and facial treatments. Although it's sometimes called the violet ray because of its color, there is no ultraviolet rays in a high frequency current. The primary actions of high frequency current are thermal and antiseptic. Its rapid vibrations do not produce muscular contractions or chemical changes, so the physiology effect are either stimulating or soothing depending on the method of application. The electrodes for high frequency machines are made of glass or metal. Their shapes vary from the flat facial electrodes to the rake-shaped scalp electrode. As the current passes through the glass electrode, tiny violet sparks are emitted. All high-frequency treatments should be started with a mild current that is gradually increased to the required strength. The length of the treatment depends upon the condition to be treated. For general facial or scalp treatments, no more than 5 minutes should be allowed. The high-frequency machine is a versatile tool that can benefit the client's skin in the following ways: stimulates blood circulation, helps to oxygenate the skin, increases glandular activities, aids in elimination and absorption, increases cell metabolism, promotes antiseptic and dermatical actions, generates a warm feeling that has a relaxing effect on the skin. Following are guidelines for cleaning and disinfecting high-frequency electrodes. Wipe down a glass electrode with a soap and water solution. Do not immerse the electrode directly in water. Place only the end of the electrode into a disinfectant solution for 20 minutes. Rinse with cool water, but do not let the metal parts get wet. Dry with a clean towel and store in a clean cover container.